A new 4K UHD release from Eureka is the fantastic Kyua, which is number 181 in the Masters of Cinema series. Now, this edition comes with new art inside and some interesting new extras that we'll get to later on. Kyua, the film itself, is a phenomenal movie. It's excellent, it's atmospheric, it's disturbing, and it has a great story. In this one, you have a detective that's investigating a series of murders. A strange and weird series of murders where the perpetrators are all found. They're not really sure what happened. They kind of understand what they did, but they don't know why. But there's something weird going on because the murders all seem to have the same feeling about them. There's the same kind of attack. There's the same X design on every victim, and there's something weird going on. And as our detective discovers more of these horrific murder sequences, he starts to piece together information, ultimately coming to what could be causing this. And there is this strange supernatural air to it.
自分がやったことは全部覚えています。確かに僕が智子を殺しました。あの時は焦るのが当然だと思ったんです。
But you just feel as if there's something twisted, otherworldly, compelling these people to do what they're doing. Ultimately, the movie kind of answers exactly what's going on, but for the most part, it leaves all these questions and makes some wonderful choices throughout it. One of the favourite aspects for me about this is all about the detective's home life. He has a wife who seems to be slipping into dementia. She doesn't remember certain things. She goes out and gets lost. She doesn't remember doing things, which is great because it ties into our murder people, or the various murderers throughout the film, who don't understand what they've done. There is a killer who they suspect is behind all this, but this is one of those guys who seems almost like a blank personality. There is nothing there. He can't remember anything. It's all about repetition, asking questions, not giving answers, not having answers. And again, this adds into this whole thematic of who are we? Who are we as people? Is it the memories that make us? Is it what we do that makes us? There's wonderful thematics throughout this that really add into the film.
あんた誰だ?
私は刑事です。で、これはどうですか?
For me, one of the great aspects about this is the way that the cinematography and the score marry together to create voids. There is large moments where the score is just absent. There is large moments where we have an expansive canvas on screen, which is almost devoid of activity. Maybe one character moving with it. It has an eerie, almost barren feeling to it, and that just creates that unnatural element. You know, you just feel as if this world isn't quite right, and our detective, our main character, is really struggling to make ends meet and get to the bottom of everything.
ただ犯人が普通のやつじゃないってことはわかります。単に人を殺すだけならここまでやる必要はないでしょうから。
It's fascinating to watch, particularly when we get to the antagonist of the film coming into it, or what we think may be the antagonist, and the interplay between the detective and him, and how that pairs out. And I'm trying to kind of, without getting into spoilers on this one, those conversations are phenomenal, because the detective is razor edged on what he is going for. He knows exactly what he's doing, and that is what he will aim for, whereas the killer is someone who has a very particular set of skills, is trying to use them in the detective, and you're never quite sure if they are working or not.
どうしたの? 何があったの?
Kyua is phenomenal. It's a masterpiece type of film. It's one of those ones which is just phenomenal, and if you missed out or you don't have the Blu-ray, this is going to be a great one. If you have the Blu-ray, it's worth upgrading. The picture quality is excellent, and there are a couple of extras on this that are just tremendous. You get creating Kyua or curating Cure, as it's called, which is just over 12.5 minutes, and it's all about the influences going on in the world and within the film world at the time, and how it kind of helped create Cure. But for me, the standout here is a 29-minute interview with Bong Joon-ho about his passion and love for this film, which just comes across. It's a wonderful talking head and a great addition. Those two extras are included on top of all the extras that were on the previous edition as well. It's a worthy upgrade. It's a phenomenal release, and I highly recommend it. In fact, I urge you to check out this one. This is something special. Cure from Masters of Cinema on 4K is a outstanding release. You need this in your collection. Pick it up. You won't be sorry. I'd love to know your thoughts on Cure. If you've seen it, let me know in the comment box below whether you love it, hate it, fall somewhere in the middle. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff in the description box below, are links to Patreon, membership program, mandyfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.